Transformational Leadership. The history of transformational leadership, initially introduced by James MacGregor Burns, a United States presidential biographer. James MacGregor Burns, he believed transformational leaders could inspire followers to change expectations, perceptions, and motivation to work towards a common goal. Transformational leadership is a theory where a leader works with teams to identify needed change, creating a vision to guide the change through inspiration, executing the change, and tandem with the committed members of group. So when we say transformational leadership, it is a process that change and transform. Or ito ay pamumuno transformational na isang estilo ng pamumuno liderato kung saan ang pinuno ay kumikilos kasama ang kanyang mga kasamahan. At ito ay magiging role model para sa mga tagasunod upang magbigay inspirasyon sa kanila at mapukaw ang kanilang interes sa isang proyekto. Ang pinuno na ilagay sila sa mga trabahong mas akma para sa kanila upang mas maganda rin ang kanilang paggawa. Robert Kennedy once said, "Some men see things as they are and ask why I dream of things that never were and ask why not are not transformational leaders." So the transformational school leader sees school culture as it could be and should be, not as it is, and so places her role as a visionary, engager, learner, collaborator, and instructional leader. So the transformational leader, nagakuan gihapon siya, naga-lead gihapon siya, but dili niya ginakuan ang iyang role as leader. So naga-collaborate gihapon siya through sa iyang mga members. So for example, for transformational leadership in school is to enhance perception of matters with others' objective of management education. The self-oriented values like comfortable life and pleasure becoming more important. Being a self-oriented values become more important and their oriented values become less important. To do this, transformational leader combines charisma, inspirational leadership, and intellectual stimulation to introduce innovation for transformation of the organization. When we say charisma, it's the quality of being able to attract, charm, and influence those around you. When we say inspirational leadership, it's about energizing and creating a sense of direction and purpose. It involves energizing. The intellectual stimulation defined as having a leader who encourages innovation and creativity as well as critical thinking and problem solving. Change, for example, for a leader to sustain change in an organization, it is need to fully understand the very nature of the resistance and communicate the need for change. So for reform to transform, the innovations introduced by transformational leader must be institutional and sustained. So ang innovations na gi-introduce sa transformational leader must be institutional and sustained, mas pamatili para or else that innovation is simple, a passing fad that loses its flavor after a time. Pwede siya mawalan o bili after a time nga labay. So a proof that an innovation introduced has transformed the organization is that the result or effect of the change persists of ripples even the transformative leader is gone or transferred to another school or gets promoted in the organization. So ang proof na ang innovation nga introduce nga ma-transform na magresulta siya nga ang transformational leader bisa mawala na siya or moadto na sa laing school or it promotes under organization, makita gihapon ang unsa ang nakuha sa transformational leader atong atay. Comfortable with our old pair of shoes. We like to live in our comfort zones and so sometimes we don't welcome change. So, and yet if you want improvement, in the way nga makakuantag mga butang sa atong organizations, sa atong school, o kinahanglan nga i-improve na to ang life, we must be willing to change. Ang transformational leader, magadil siya resistance to change to succeed. The innovation she introduced leads to the transformation of the organization. Morato of Bayan ABS-CBN 2011 gives the following advice. So ang Morato of Bayan ABS-CBN nagahatag siya advice. First is seek the support of the stakeholders. Imong kung ano jud ang support ang stakeholders. Get people involved early and often. Kinahanglan gihapon nga ang mga tao maga-involve as early as can para makahibalo sila sa process. True as a transformational leader, imuha ng obligasyon. So plan a communication campaign to sell the innovation. So magplano pareha na magkuhimo mo campaign para kuan ninyo ang inyong products, masell ninyo inana. So, ensure that innovation is understood by all. So, assure jud ninyo nga innovation nga inyong gikuan is makasabot ang tanan nga nagakuan na example the member. So, katong inyong audience nga gina-istoryahan ninyo. Consider timing and pacing. It is important. Mo ni ang pinaka-importante nga kuan sa Morato of Bayan. These are the highly critical missteps might backfire and lack of sensitivities to stakeholders may lead to resistance. Maring mahunong ni siya if wala ka sa consider timing and pacing. So, ang goal jud sa leader is to enhance the moral performance and motivation of employees. It inspires change driven by a strong purpose.